Hello, Assalamu alaikum. I'm Dr. Fatima and welcome to my channel MRCPCH Part 1. So basically I opened this channel to share information related to the MRCPCH Part 1 exam for beginners, or you can say freshers who have recently graduated and are planning to write this exam. So let's talk about this exam. It is the membership of Royal College of Pediatrics and Child Health Part 1. So this exam basically has three parts. The first two, Part 1 and 2, are theory exams, and the last part, Part 3, is the clinical exam. So theory exams you can take in any order. Either you can take Part 2 first and then you can take Part 1, or you can take Part 1 and then you can take 2. There is no issue related to that, and you will need no clinical experience for giving Part 1 and Part 2. And so basically in this channel I'll be talking about the preparation and all the informations related to Part 1. So let's move on. So the Part 1 exam, it has again two subdivisions: FOP, Foundation of Practice, and tasks, that is theory and science. Let's call them Part A and Part B of Part 1. So you can either combine the exams, you can give the exams together, Part 1 as a whole, or you can just take the FOP exam or the task exam. The exams takes place 3 times a year, that is February, June and October. And I think in most countries they do have test centers and online examination centers available. I think you can give the exam from home. Due to the COVID situation, they have provided these facilities. And the fee structure is different in different countries, obviously. So I'll share with you the basic fee structure that is in UK. So for FOP alone, it is 325 euros. For task, again 325 euros. But if you give this exam together for Part 1, that is FOP and task combined, there will be 550 euros. For different countries it's different. Like I live in the Middle East, so in Dubai it is like it costed, the Part 1 cost me like 675 euros, I guess. Yeah, so you should look into your place. So how to proceed towards making the how to proceed towards this exam? The first thing you should do is, you should definitely, even after this video, you should go to the RCPCH website and look into all the informations related to this exam. They do provide a lot of information, and you should take time. Doesn't matter who says what, doesn't matter what video you watch. I think you should take some time and read those things, all the informations related to it. Okay, so when you make an intention to write the exam, there are certain steps you should follow. First one is, you have to make an account in the RCPCH exam, which is absolutely free of cost. You just enter your information, they give you your account, and after receiving your account, you have to register for the exam. And for registering for the exam, again you have to give some detailed information, your address, say your medical university certificate, a picture of that in PDF form. Okay, and then you're done. You registered for the exam and then you are done. And now then you wait for the exam booking dates. Like if the exam is in Feb, so the booking dates will open by November, late November, like end of November, or say beginning of the December. And usually they are gone. Exam bookings will be gone within 2 to 3 days. It's best to do it at the spot. Okay, and then you book the exam, and after that you wait for your confirmation for admission papers, and after that it will be all smooth, no issues. So this is about the basic. Even if you're not planning to give it in the near future, I think you should go and just make an account in the website. Now comes to how to prepare for this exam. Okay, so when you think of preparing for this exam, and I think the first most important thing is, you have to make a very firm intention that yes, I am going to give this exam. So my channel is basically for the freshers with no experience. So for freshers, or say beginners, people who have no experience in pediatrics or whatsoever, so you should take at least, I think, 5 to 6 months minimum. I would say 5 months for the preparation, because there are so many disease, so many terms, and the protocols are totally different. So it takes quite some time to prepare like that. Okay, so that's it. Make a firm intention for the exam, and then what you have to do is collect the sources. You can try to talk to your seniors or people who has given this exam, but I prefer researching it myself. I prefer that anyway. So these are some sources I would tell you which you can use for preparing, and it's a long list. And you might think like, oh my god, so many books. And yes, it is a lot of books, but you will need to use all of the books. You will need to study all of those books, and study in a very precise form. Okay, so first book is Science of Pediatrics. I'll just list the books here. Okay, Science of Pediatrics, Illustrated Textbook of Pediatrics, Essential Revision Notes. You will need past test. You can, it's not necessary that you use the latest ones. You can use the 1 year, 2 year, old past test. I think you will get in many Facebook groups or somewhere. Then you can use then the next list is clinical cases TAS and clinical cases FOP. And the next book is, occasionally you will need basic science of MRCP and pediatric and neonatal guidelines, and you will also need sample papers to prepare. So that's it, and I have listed the books here. You will need all these books, and in the next video I'll talk about how to prepare, as a fresher. How do you prepare from the core? How do you prepare from scratch? It's really difficult for freshers to prepare. Like, I faced a lot of difficulties in preparing, even though I joined coaching classes, but it was such a challenge. And so let's talk in the next video.